Hello, you alright? Want to look at some beautiful football shirts? Well, you've come to the right place, because there's another top 5 match worn for you from this week. So, I'm going to kick things off for you with the rarest version of one of the all-time classic shirts. That's right, it's the Newcastle 95 home shirt, famous Grandad collar, Kevin Keegan, what a classic. Right, but where's the Newcastle Brown Ale logo sponsor? Where is it? It's not there. Centre Parks. That's because this shirt is from the UEFA Cup campaign of 96-97 and a trip to Monaco and the Stade Louis II. Now, due to restrictions on alcohol sponsors in France, Newcastle weren't allowed to play in their famous, iconic Newcastle Brown Ale sponsor. They played at Metz earlier in the season, and in that match they'd worn unsponsored shirts. Then the draw happens, they're in France again. This time they get the call from Centre Parks, and this logo appeared on the shirts just for this one match in the Principality. I believe that the club probably received a batch of unsponsored shirts from Adidas for the European run, just in case this happened. And then that gave them the opportunity to freestyle with the sponsors, if necessary. It was Newcastle's best run in European competition since 1969 Intercity Fairs Cup. This was the quarter-final tie, but they'd lost 1-0 at St James's Park and they went down 3-0 in Monaco wearing this shirt. This shirt it belonged to the captain, Rob Lee. Kenny Dalglish had taken over from Keegan this season and he'd installed Lee as the captain, as the skipper. Different style number in than what was worn in the Premier League. The Premier League, the Adidas font. This is a completely different style of flock printing on there. No name as was worn in the Premier League. So this is it, just a one-match wonder from the UEFA Cup. One of the greatest football shirts ever, and the rarest version of that football shirt is a real thing of beauty. Next up, and we're at USA 94 with an Ireland away shirt that was issued for a match against Holland in the round of 16. And it was issued to none other than John Aldrich, Aldo himself. Everyone remembers his famous outburst on the touchline against Mexico when he was wearing this white away shirt. He lost it mentally, him and Jack Charlton, about coming on as a substitute. A lot of effing and jeffing went on wearing this, but it's a superb design by Adidas. The shirts that you could buy in the shop at the time feature the Opal sponsor, don't they? And you couldn't buy it without that logo. The World Cup shirts feature the name on the back as well, and this beautiful embroidery, Corn and Domain, USA 94. I'm sure my pronunciation is spot on there. The Irish had famously beaten Italy wearing their home shirt, and they'd made it through to the round of 16 just like they did at 1990, but they're up against the Dutch and Bergkamp, Rijkaard, not going to be easy, is it? And then they lost out 2-0. It was Aldrich's last major tournament after starring at Euro 88 and 1990 World Cup. Aldo was an unused sub for this match, unfortunately. Beautiful flock name set, and an all-time Irish classic with the fading green into the white, 3 stripes subtly on there as well. It's a beautiful shirt, and I'm very happy to show you this. Now, from one great striker to another, the man himself, Ruud van Nistelrooy, wore this shirt. Ruud! Yeah, and he scored in it as well against Germany, the great rivals, on the 20th of November 2002. Now, it was the Dutch's first win in Germany since Euro 88, that famous semi-final, and they cruised to a 3-1 victory, and Ruud came off the bench to bag himself. A lot of talking points on this Nike design. It was the first of the Nike designs to feature this inner lining, the inner layer, which is like the precursor to the base layers that you see today. So look at the difference between the replica shirt, which comes without this lining. So you got the black netting on the inside. It's just like wearing a t-shirt underneath your shirt, basically. Much more ventilated than the replica version. Size details displayed differently, and the match detail, and the Dutch One of the first with a match detail, really, and they've worn it on every shirt since '99. Every match they've played, they've worn game detail on there. Long sleeves as well, which you couldn't buy in the shop, were worn by the Man United star striker on the night. Ruud's got 70 caps and scored 35 goals, and it's beautiful to have a look at a shirt that he scored one of those goals in. So, yeah, look at that. Now, I see you Van Nistelrooy, and I raise you Batistuta. Batty goal. Yes, he wore this shirt in the 2001-2002 season in the Champions League away at Barcelona. I mean, it's one of my favourite shirts anyway, this Kappa Combat model. I can't get enough of it. It is up there with the greatest football shirt designs ever. Worn by, I have to say, one of my all-time favourite players, hero, Batistuta. It doesn't really get that much better than this, I have to say. So, yeah, at the new camp, Roma had drawn their first two games, Champions League second group phase, remember that? And they drew again in this shirt, finished 1-1. Batistuta didn't score, unfortunately. That's the only thing that could have made it better if he'd have bagged in it, but no, wasn't to be. Now, let me grab you a replica version from this season so you can see a difference with a player shirt. And it's all about the Scudetto shield and how it's applied to the shirt. If you look closely, you can see that they're applied completely differently. Much better finish, much more professional finish on the player shirt. Also, it is Kappa made in Italy, whereas the replica versions are not made in Italy. You can see, if you look closely, you can see the dirt marks from the match. Unwashed as well, Batistuta, an unwashed Batistuta shirt from 01-02, one of my favourite seasons. It's I could look at this shirt all day, super tight fit, brilliant, absolutely brilliant. So it's Batistuta number 20 on here. Batigol wore a different number in each season he played at Roma. 18 in 2000, 20 in 2001 and 33 in 2002, and it's the first Roma shirt to have a Scudetto since 1983. And I thank you to Param Jahal for his request and saying, have you got a classic Batistuta? I hope this lives up to it. I hope you enjoyed having a look. I thought I'd end on a real old classic for you as well. 1978, England under 18 UEFA European Championships. Now, UEFA, I don't know if they were building the brand at the time, for the under 18s, you weren't allowed to display the Three Lions or the DFB. All the national teams had to wear this UEFA J badge. Really interesting. So you've got the traditional England colours, everything's on there except for the crest. Anyway, tournament was held in Poland. England drew with Turkey, beat Spain, but lost to the hosts and went out in the group stage wearing this. And it features that fantastic Airtex material, like a string vest basically. And England used this mainly in the summer matches to make it more ventilated, keep the old temperature down. And look at that! I mean, it's such a great quality of production from Admiral. Such an interesting design. It was worn by Man United youngster Andy Ritchie. He went on to have a great career at Brighton, Leeds and Oldham. A number of different versions of this shirt were produced, cotton material or different Admiral crests. But for me, the Airtex version is the ultimate. It's got everything. So you see the logos on there are machine stitched, as is the cloth number. And it's been preserved in such beautiful condition. You wouldn't think that shirt was getting on for 40 years old. What a classic. So that's it. That's the top 5 from this week. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know which one was your favourite. And also leave me a request. If there's anything that you want me to take a look at, I'll do my best to feature it next week or in coming videos. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Cheers. See ya.